everybody. Happy Sunday. It's yin time. Let's relax to start the week, shall we? So we're going to start on our backs, and we'll place the bolster underneath your thigh or your knees as you do so. So nice restorative shavasana. If you have a towel or something to cover your eyes as you lay on back, you could place that in. And let your feet be wider, so think as wide as the edges of your mat. And we'll place right hand to the belly and left hand to your heart. We're just going to start off with a few moments of deep, slow breathing to really calm the mind and center yourself more in this room. As we do so, be aware of things that might be drifting in and out of your mind, but see if you can detach from them and continue to refocus more on your breath, the sensation of it, and the feeling. So we're going to breathe in for a 5 count. We'll pause at the top, and then we'll exhale out slow for an 8 count with a pause at the bottom. Go ahead and empty your body of all its air. And start a slow, deep inhale in through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And then slow exhale out. You choose out the nose or out the mouth. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom, feeling empty. And then try to keep your inhale slow as you draw it in. 5, 4. Feel the belly expanding. 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Feel yourself full of air. And then a slow exhale out, controlled. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom, empty. And then a slow, gradual exhale in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Slow exhale out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause at the bottom. Keep that going a couple more rounds. Again, feel more your body and it responding to your breath. And in that slow exhale out, can you feel into the places in your body where you can let go a little bit more into your mat? You're using this pattern of the breath to create space. Beginning to allow more stillness. More stillness and more rest. Take one more breath in that pattern. As you finish it, just relax your arms to your sides, palms turned up. Traditional shavasana. Here for about a minute or so. Let go of any control of your breath. Just watching it move naturally in and out. Be aware of your body. Again, practicing more surrender in the areas that might be a little more tense. Practicing using your awareness to relax. state where we naturally feel more blissful, more peaceful. And that's what we practice for. Not to push or fight the edges, but to soften around them. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Inhale, stretch everything out. Big good morning stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Hands to your shins. Give yourself a good squeeze. You can rock a little bit side to side. You could circle through the knees if that feels nice. Take about 30 seconds of any movement. A movement that helps you loosen up and connect. Circling a few one way and a few the other. Gradually push your bolster off to the side of your mat. We'll extend everything back out and set up for a banana asana stretch. So reach your arms overhead. You'll scoot your pelvis a little bit more to the left of your mat. Walk both feet to the top right corner of your mat. Then angle your torso more towards the back corner of your mat. You'll bend at your at the elbows and reach for your elbows or your forearms, whatever you can grab. Think a standing side stretch, just laying down. If you'd like a little bit more sensation, you could cross your left foot over top of your right. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. You're using this posture and your breath to gradually create a little bit more space. Your inhales are expansive. You might feel the rib cage moving a little laterally. The tip of the rib cage sliding down a little bit more with your exhales. Use the breath to assist, but also remember to allow nature to do its thing at the same time, so that you're not resisting gravity. You're working with it. We're about halfway through. You're good. Yeah. If the mind chatters, just be more in your breath, bringing yourself back. Be more in your body. Two more breaths this side. Making your way back through center. Center your pelvis back out. If you want to take another good morning stretch, if you want to hug the knees, roll it around a little bit, you could go for that. And or switching sides whenever you're ready. So this time your pelvis will scoot more to the right of your mat. Your legs will extend over towards the top left corner of the mat. You'll bring your torso also more to the left, bending the arms, capturing the elbows or your forearms, whatever you did on the other side. For more sensation, you could cross your right foot over top of the left. Yeah. Okay, relax the shoulder. Breathe deeper where it's tight. Try to relax the pelvis as much as you can. Again, use your breath to create a little bit more space, a little bit more extension, expansion in the inhales. More sinking, more letting go in the exhales. Sit in the poses, noticing what comes up, noticing if you get drawn into it, and simply letting it go, moving back into the breath. About 3 more deep breaths. Starting to make your way back through center. Stretch it out. Inhale, you might arch the back a little bit if that feels nice. Exhale, hug the knees back and squeeze. We're going to bring it on up and over to a tabletop. You can rock it up if you want to rock and roll a couple times. You could do that. But eventually meeting on all fours. Take about 30 or 40 seconds to just move around organically. That might be cat-cows, circles through the hips, the head, feel it out. Just giving the body space to speak. Space for the breath to move deeper. Couple more breaths, start to even things out. Okay, our next pose is child's pose. I'm going to give you a couple options for this. Some of you might want to take the bolster, place it in between the knees, and lay the chest down onto it. Okay, you could go ahead either side. If your knees or your hips tend to be tighter, you could always wedge a blanket or two between your pelvis and your heels. Some of you might want to take this without the bolster. You could always bring your blocks shoulder width apart for more of a stretch through the shoulders, taking the fingers to the tops of the blocks, lowering the forehead down. I will cue you halfway if you took your head to either side, so you'll know when to switch it out. I do offer hands-on adjustments if you'd rather me not touch you during this practice. Just take a hand to the back of the head and I'll know to respect your space. Thank you, yogis. Keep stretching your inhale the length of your torso. Feeling the belly rise and fall with the breath. You might let the breath be more natural. Again, there's just more watching, observing, and more of letting the body do its thing. Or you might breathe with a little bit more purpose. There's really no right or wrong. There's just what's going to serve you through this practice today. And again, whenever you do find that the mind chatters or you connect with some spots of tension in your body, do rely a little bit more on the breath. Sometimes it's the breath that really clears things out for us. Sometimes it's the resting and just letting things be that does it. Took your head to either side, go ahead and switch it out. Like when things become difficult off of our mats, and notice when it becomes difficult on our mats. And we learn to respond versus the react. About 1 more minute here to go. Three more deep breaths. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders. Use the strength of your arms to bring yourself up. You could just sit your hips back to your heels, maybe roll the head around a little bit. And or you could move through a couple more cat-cows, tabletop, organic movement. Again, be in tune with what the body's craving. Savor the space you're making. Okay, there's absolutely no rush ever. Our next pose will be melting heart. So you can direct yourself there whenever you're ready. If you know that your knees tend to be a little tender, I would definitely recommend taking a blanket underneath. You'll walk your hands to the top of the mat. Your hips will stay high as you surrender your forehead down. There's two ways to do this one. You can make it more restorative, bend at the elbows, really relax the forearms down, okay? If you wanted it a little bit more active, you might press down through the palms, lift your forearms off the mat, and hug the biceps in. We'll be here for about 3 minutes, just to give you an idea of how long. If this is ever too much, you could always take Sphinx pose if you preferred. Figure 11 on the forearms, belly down. If you wanted a little bit more direction, personalized, let me know. I'm happy to come around and help you. Okay, the closer the hands are, the more you're going to feel it in your shoulders. You can always take your hands a little bit wider to make a little bit more space. If you feel any pinching at any time, back off. You went a little too far. Or take the hands wider. Direct your breath to wherever it's tightest. And as things gradually relax, you're allowing your heart to melt a little closer to the mat. You can definitely breathe more into the upper back. That's going to help. Scoot your chest forward a little bit more, dear. Keep going. Right there. Yeah. Does that feel okay? Okay. You're welcome. Scoot your chest forward a little bit more as well. Right there. Yes. And again, as you feel things a little tighter, or notice things want to tense up, you're practicing observing that with compassion, being gentle and kind. You're softening. So you're learning to do the opposite of tensing up. It's often the letting go that's going to give you more. Just over a minute to go. That surrender and the sinking in that often gives you more. Three more deep breaths. Sliding forward and on to your belly into Sphinx pose as you're ready. Once you get there, you could just stay here and work a stretch, either with the head lifted or tuck the chin to the chest. That feels good on the upper back. If you want to roll the head around for a couple more breaths, you could take that. You might pause anywhere that needs a little extra breath, a little extra warmth. couple one way and a couple the other if you're rolling the head around. Okay, as you lower all the way down to your belly, do make sure you have a block off to either side of the mat. Just one block, okay? Scoot back on your mat as you lower all the way down so that your head is on the mat. You're simply going to roll over and back onto your backs. Okay, bend your knees, feet to the ground. Grab your block that you set off to the side of the mat. You're going to keep it on the lowest setting as you lift your hips and set your block to your tailbone. Set it right below where you would place a belt, okay? Like we're going to go into supported bridge, but we're not. Keep your feet hip width apart. Your right foot will tuck behind the left, and you'll let your right knee fall off wide to the side of the mat. Right foot tucks behind the left, and then let the right knee fall off to the side. You got it. Okay, you could scoot your left heel and your right foot in closer to your bum to create a little bit more sensation through the right inner thigh and hip flexor, but be mindful, you don't want things to tense up. Keep your left knee lifted. Yeah. I think your block needs to go a little lower, Ashley. Yeah, do you feel it now more through the right thigh? Scoot the feet in closer then. Now do you feel it a little more? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Perfect. This is called a lifesaver pose. We tend to hold a lot through our inner thighs and our hip flexors, through our hips. So this pose is giving a chance for all those muscles to relax. If you're not sure if you're placed in right, feel free to give me a little wiggle. I'm happy to come around and support you. See how heavy you can allow your pelvis to be. Again, just thinking, letting the body drop in, drop down. So scoot your right foot more behind your left heel. Walk your left heel over that way, but bend your right foot. Yeah. Yes, and now pull the left heel back. Do you feel it a little bit more there? Okay, energizing. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, as you lay and do nothing, you're letting things settle. As much as in the body as in the mind. We're moving from that top layer where there's all that chatter deeper into the calmer layers below. It's almost as if you were drifting in the ocean, moving from the shore where there tends to be more agitation, further out into the depths where things are quiet. You've got about another minute to go on this side. Two more deep breaths. Okay, grounding right foot back down so that both knees are bent, both feet are to your mat, and then just staying there for a breath or so. Noticing any space you've made, any physical shifts. Okay, before we take the other side, bend both knees into your chest. Both knees will come up. And then start to extend your right leg long down onto your mat. You'll interlace your hands over top of your left calf or behind the back of your left thigh, keeping that knee into your chest. Perfect. As much as you can, try to keep your right toes turned up towards the sky versus letting them fall out. You might bend the knee a little bit to help you do that, okay? Let the right foot find the mat so it doesn't have to stay lifted. Yeah. Okay, breathe. Try to relax your shoulders. This is a stretch for your hip flexors. Again, the place where we tend to carry stuff or where stuff builds up. So you're continuing to spend time watching, observing, breathing more as it's intense, but less interaction with what's there. Just let it move out. Sometimes the low back might start to tense up. So if you notice that, breathe through it. And or again, you can always bend the right knee a little bit more to ease it off. You just got about 30 more seconds here. One final breath. Pull both knees back into your chest. Place both feet back down, knees stay bent. Okay, let's switch out that lifesaver. Your left foot will tuck behind the right, letting your left knee fall wide. Perfect. Again, if you want more sensation, scoot your right heel and your left foot back towards your pelvis a little bit more. But watch the low back. If it tenses up, back off, do a little less. You could always slide a block underneath your left thigh as well to support it a little bit more. Gradually letting things rest so that there's a less of a sensation that you have to hold things up or keep things where they're at. Practice the surrender, letting things fall right where they're supposed to be. That's oftentimes the mind too, right? It wants to pull us to places or tell us how things should be, should look like. We practice letting that stuff go. Letting things arrive as they may, leave as they're ready. . more minute to go. Two more deep breaths. Okay, as you bring the left knee back up, again, let the sole of the foot find the mat. Both knees stay bent for a moment there. Hug both knees back into your chest. You'll keep a hold of your right leg. Your left leg will extend back out onto the mat. Bringing the heel all the way down. You can interlace your hands over top of your right calf or to the back of the thigh. Again, let the left heel, find the mat. Doesn't have to stay lifted. You do want to try to keep the toes up towards the sky. You can always bend the left knee a little bit to help you do so. Relax your shoulders. On your inhales, think a little bit more length, a little bit more space up and down, so that you can relax and sink more into it on your exhales. You might find that you gradually have space to pull the right knee in closer to your chest, but don't force it. To be aware of the edges in your body. So ideally you're finding a spot where you feel sensation without it being too much. And then it's the softening in that space that will gradually give you more. Just about one more minute to go. Either hug the knees in, or you could extend both legs straight up to the sky for a waterfall for a couple breaths. You might circle the ankles, wiggle the toes. Knees hug into your chest. Keep the knees bent as your feet find the mat. Press down to lift your hips, slide your block off to the side of the mat. Okay, again, about 30-40 seconds intermission. Some of you might stretch out, some of you might circle around, some of you might want to sit up, move it through a couple more cat-cows. tune with what you're craving. Okay, I can't let you fall asleep quite yet, so we're gonna sit on up when you're ready. You can pivot around to face the stage. Okay, we'll move into fire log next, continuing to open up the pelvis a little bit more. Your left shin will start on the bottom for our first set, bringing your heel in line to the knee as much as you can. Your right shin is coming on top. You could always sit on a blanket or two, or even set a block to your tailbone to help your pelvis have more space to lift, especially if you're rounded in your low back. You could always go right heel in front of the left knee as well, if this is no bueno for your knees or your ankles with it stacked on top, okay? You can feel free to grab your bolster and or a block to set between your knees as well. You'll create more sensation if you press the pinky edge down and think of lifting the inner ankle so it doesn't dump down. That's on both feet. You could stay lifted in more of a meditative posture here. You could crawl the fingers forward, relax the head, and bow forward. And or a combo. If you want to start in one place and end up in another, that's cool too. About 3 minutes. Work with the breath when it's intense. There's energy of sinking in your pelvis. Think of the outer hips rolling down more towards the mat. Notice if there's anywhere else where you're tensing or clutching, especially around your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Places where we might want to protect, but feeling that it is safe to let go. Again, rely on the breath more as you need to. Bigger breath, more calming to the nervous system. Breath through it more. One more minute to go. as you sit on up, you might want to bring both legs in front of you, shake them out. You could swing your hands behind you, knees forward, and windshield wiper a few times, right, left. That might feel nice. That one's a good one to get out of. You feel the release right away. Okay, good news. Before we take the other side, we'll switch into more of a side stretch. Your right leg will stay straight. You'll angle your foot up more towards the top corner of the mat. Left sole of the foot will come to the inside of the thigh. Okay. Some of you again might sit on a blanket or two to help lift the hips, give you more space in your spine. You can always slide a block underneath your left knee. Grab the other block. No idea where mine went, but you're gonna place it right above the right knee outside the thigh. From there, your right elbow will come down and you'll cradle your head in your hand. Moving into more of a side stretch. Now you could keep your left hand on top of the thigh and gently press down. You could take the arm overhead, bicep to the ear, palm down. And or for a little less through the shoulder, take your left hand to the back of the head, but let the elbow drop in towards the temple. Okay. Again, breathe so that your rib cage is moving a little bit more laterally. You want to think of pressing the legs down into the mat slightly so you're a little bit more grounded. Softening through your shoulders. And again, just aiding gravity in all of that. Focus on your breath, the more the rest will just come. Just about 3 more breaths. Alright, slowly sit on up. Just sit through center for a moment. Again, feeling the shift. Gradually bring both legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake. Yeah, you might lean back a little bit, stretch through the front. We'll eventually switch out the fire log, but don't let me rush you. This time your right shin will be underneath, or whatever side you didn't do. Just make sure you switch it out. Again, you're trying to create a 90-degree angle as best as you can. Left foot is coming on top and over on top of the right knee. And or you can always place the heel in front. Think of making a box shape as best as you can. It can be helpful to lift the hips and pull the butt back a few times as well. You can always slide a block in between your knees for a little bit more support or your bolster. Press the pinky edge down. You could stay lifted, more meditative state. You could crawl it forward and relax the head. I'll come around and help some of you. just give it the space to do so. I've got about one more minute. About 3 more deep breaths. Slowly lift yourself back up, bringing the legs forward, windshield wipering, shaking them out. Whatever release is helpful. I swear your hips are going to feel so open as you leave tonight. They better. Just kidding. Okay, left leg is going to stay straight this time. Foot up towards the top angle of the mat. Your right sole of the foot's coming to the inside of the thigh. Again, you can sit on blankets. You can always slide a bolster or a block underneath the knee as it supports. Your other block is coming to the outside of the thigh, right above your left knee. Left elbow will come down, cradle your head in your hand. Okay, match what you took on the other side. Some of you kept the palm to the thigh, pressed down. Some of you went overhead. Some of you took the hand to the back of the head. If you went there, let the elbow hug in towards the temple so the shoulder can relax. Breathe big. Feel the breath moving through the body. And again, a little bit of the press of your legs down so that you're more rooted. Focus on being more spacious through the torso. And if things are continuing to arise in the mind, hopefully slower, more space between it. But you're continuing to watch it drift away. It's like leaves in the fall. The thoughts fall off of the branches, but they keep moving deeper away from that clear, calm layer of the mind. breaths. Slowly bringing yourself back up to an upright position. You could just sit. You could bring both legs in front of you. You might want to go easy pose, move the head around. Maybe move a little bit through the torso, stretch the arms overhead. Again, be intuitive. Okay, we've opened a lot through the hip flexors, the side waist. We're going to kind of complete that with a chest opener. So just listen to me talk before you decide where you're going to move into. The most active pose is going to be setting the block at the medium height, bringing it along or through the middle of your shoulder blades. And then this back block is for your head. I tend to be a little bit tighter, so I take this block to its highest setting and set it to the crown of my head. Okay? You could keep the knees bent, go Shavasana in the legs, or for more hip opening, soles of the feet together, knees wide. That's the most active stretch. You could also take this a little bit more restive, a little softer, with the bolster along the back of your mat, setting your tailbone to the bolster, reclining back. One more option, the most restorative variation, is going to be creating a ladder at the back of your mat. Back block on the highest setting, lower front block on the lowest, and then taking your bolster on top of that and reclining from there, okay? So I went from active to most restive. So just tune in. You can always go one way and then decide that's not really for me and switch it out. Again, I'm here to assist, so if you'd like a little bit more guidance, just give me a little wiggle. Happy to come help you. Again, you could go traditional legs, Shavasana. You could go soles of the feet together, knees wide. You might want to slide some blankets or blocks underneath your thighs if you go there. Okay, let things happen. Let things relax. Actually, the less you can interfere here, the better. The more you can simply focus on allowing calm, peace, and surrender to enter, the more that's going to benefit the body in this posture. So you feel things come up, that's what the exhale is for. Oftentimes we don't even realize the stuff we're carrying until we take the time to pause and just be. That's what these practices are for, feeling in, letting things move out. As you release this, it might feel good to reach the arms overhead for a good inhale. You can bring the hands down to the outside of the thighs if you had your knees wide. Move the knees back together through center, feet to the mat. Then we're simply going to adjust to move the props off to the side so that you can lay all the way down. Move into a spinal twist before Shavasana. Just about 2 minutes on each side. So once you're on your backs, bring your arms out to a capital T. Keep your knees bent, feet to the ground. Scoot your hips more to the left edge of your mat. And then let both of your knees fall to the right. You could always slide a bolster in between your thighs for a little bit more support, or a block or a blanket. Might feel nice to wedge a blanket or your bolster underneath your left shoulder as well, or along the back side to the left, just so you can relax. Yeah, you can place your arms, your gaze as it feels right to do so. Again, think more sinking in. Not trying to place things anywhere. Just letting gravity do the work for you. Little things that doesn't align with peace or energy that serves you, that stuff is moving out. Take 2 more deep breaths on this side. Bringing the knees back through center. Scoot your hips more to the right edge of your mat. And then just switch it out. Let the knees fall to the left. Again, adjusting as it feels right to do so. Taking what you need in the props. Supposed to be. Deep breaths. Gradually bringing yourself back through center. Setting yourself up for Shavasana. Final resting shape. So some of you might want to take what we started with, sliding a bolster underneath your knees. Some of you might like a blanket over top of your body. And or blocks under the knees can feel nice too. But adjusting as you'd like. I do want your arms relaxed and your palms turned up. More of a relaxed state. More of a receiving state. We say Shavasana is the most important because this is where it all really arrives or accumulates, where you can really soak in the benefits of the practice. So just a few more moments of doing nothing. Setting deeper into a calmer presence. feeling your breath, feeling your breath through your body. Reconnecting to your body lying on the ground. Taking movement as you're ready. Wiggling fingers. Wiggling toes. Gradual larger movement as you want it. Circling, stretching. Eventually rolling to either side into fetal position. No rush, and whichever one feels right for you. Just remaining on your side for a final pause. The practice connects us to that inner Buddha state where we're just more aware. This stuff might be there, the chatter, the noise, but we're less attached or focused on it. We're above it more and more in control of our choices, of our thoughts, how we choose to show up. Slowly rising to meet seated, ankles crossed, eyes closed. Sealing our practice in together, moving hands through heart center. One chant of and a breath to clear first. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale in for Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. Namaste. All right, yogis, I hope you feel wonderful. Take your time, no rush. My name is Christina if there's any questions. Otherwise, have a great week.